Joelle has two after-school jobs, babysitting and working at her parents' grocery store. Working at the grocery store pays her $12 per hour, and babysitting pays her $9.50 per hour. Last week she worked 19 hours total, and she earned $56 more at the grocery store than she did babysitting. How many hours did she work at each job? Now, this is not a distance, rate, and time problem, but it can be set up similarly. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our table. So we're having a rate because we're having a job. So rate times time, so the amount of hours she puts in each job, is going to equal her total. So in this case, how much money she's going to make. So we're going to say equals total. So we know she has two jobs. She has babysitting. I'm just going to put baby. And she works at her parents' grocery store. So I'm going to put store. We know that the amount of money she makes at the grocery store gives her $12 an hour, and babysitting pays her $9.50 an hour. So those are going to be the rate of work. So 12 is actually for the store, and 9.5 is for the babysitting. Now it says last week she worked 19 hours total. So again, we have a total down here. So we know the total amount of hours she worked was 19. Okay, which means we're going to have to figure out our times. And then it says she earned $56 more at the grocery store than she did babysitting. So this total is your total money, okay? So we're going to have to come back to that one in just a second. She earned $56 more at the grocery store than she did babysitting. So the time is going to be just like before. T in 19 minus T. But then we have to figure out the total. So we're going to have to pick another letter for total. So maybe we'll say wage, her total wages. Maybe say it's W. Now, she made $56 more at the grocery store than babysitting. So what that means is her wage for the store is going to be the same wage as babysitting, but $56 more. So what she's making babysitting, she's going to add $56 to it. So now this sets up our system. $9.50 times the time is going to equal her wage for babysitting. And then 12 times 19 minus T equals W plus 56 because she's making more money at the store. So now again, set this up for substitution. So 12 times 19 is 228 minus 12T equals, so W we're going to plug in 9.50T plus 56. So now combine our like terms. So I'm going to add 12T to both sides. So that's going to give us 228 equals 2150T plus 56. Then we're going to subtract 56. And that's going to give us 172 equals 2150T. And then divide both sides by 2150. So that's going to give us that T equals 8. And then let's go up here and see what they want us to know. They want to say how many hours did she work at each job. So babysitting, she worked 8 hours. Because that's our T. And at the store, 19 minus 8 means she worked 11. Now, I do want to check to make sure I've set this up correctly because a problem like this especially, I could have done something kind of crazy. So knowing that I worked 8 hours here, I'm going to see what this wage equals. So this wage right here this one right here, if I was to do 950 times 8, that's going to equal $76. Okay, and then down here, if I click 76 plus 56, that's going to equal $132. And since it says that she made more at the grocery store, this is clearly more. I have set it up correctly because a lot of times students, this is where they mess up right here in the totals, especially when it says where she made $56 more. Sometimes we get kind of crazy with our signs. We do some weird things. So always check to make sure, is it really more? And yes, it is. So this is a logical answer. 8 plus 11 is 19. It equals the total. It makes sense that she would work more at the store than at babysitting. And we're done.